Hey everyone, this is a video about how to use Gemini Gems to give better feedback. We created a doist feedback coach via Gemini Gem that we fed with a very comprehensive prompt, right? And with all our documentation that we created on feedback, our performance review philosophy, how to give, how to receive feedback. We also fed it with very important narratives. And we made it very, very clear of what we expect feedback to be like at Doist. And so we operationalized even our values into this feedback coach. That's important because if you're going to create Gemini, if you're going to use Gemini Gem as a feedback coach, you've got to be very specific with how, why, what method are you using, etc. Otherwise, it might not be that coach. And so we went as far as prompting it to be a coach and something that brainstorms and also what it shouldn't do. My amazing Andrew created the actual prompt for this. And after he created the prompt, he even used AI to refine that prompt. Very easy tip. Do it, use it, don't use it. It just really makes it a lot more refined and comprehensive. I'll quickly scroll and just show you how comprehensive this prompt actually is. If I just edit that for a second so you can see. We've also told it you are not going to be writing the reviews for this user. You are going to partner and help them reflect and structure the thoughts very carefully. And we put in, the different ways to interact with the doister. We added specific prompts that we wanted the Gemini Gem to respond with, etc. So you'll see this is highly comprehensive. Excuse me. It's not a quick guide. It's Spring and Joburg, so therefore the sneezing. And if I scroll further, I'll just show you. We've got a step further, which I mentioned earlier, where we took our handbook pages and fed that into the Gemini Gem. And you'll see we've created a document called Feedback Compass in our handbook. We use Outline for all our documentation and the method of radical candor. It's highly comprehensive. Once more, I'll briefly scroll just to show you how comprehensive this doc is. My favorite part is obviously also how to receive feedback. I think that's definitely a skill to learn in the world of work. And so after doing so, we wrote a guideline for all doisters on how to use Gemini Gems to amplify and to uplift and to enable them to write better feedback. Now, if anyone from Google sees this, can you please create a shared feature so I can just share all my gems with all my colleagues? I know it's on the roadmap, so I'll patiently wait for you to get that done, but I can't wait until I can actually share a gem with other people. I think it's going to be game-changing. And so although we wrote a full-on guideline, it takes about 2 to 5 minutes to implement. It's not a lot of work, especially considering we wrote the prompt for all other doisters, so they don't need to do the heavy lifting for it. If you're planning to implement it, I might drop the prompt below in the comments, so check that out. Use it, don't use it. I hope it's helpful. And so let me start by saying to this feedback coach that I need help to share feedback with a peer. I don't know if it will pick up the peer yet, during our current performance review cycle. You'll see it's now going to use the format that we prompted it with. So it's going to come back with, how it works. And so you'll see it's already said what we told it to say. And I'm going to select B. So instead of just writing B, I'm just going to copy that and say I need help with B. Right, there we go. Okay. I'd like to focus on positive impact in this instance, and I'll just add one. So brainstorm positive impact. Great. So now it knows what we're going to be working on and what I need soundboarding help with. It's probably going to tell me, right, it's going to prompt me with great questions. This is where the coaching bit comes in. So when did this colleague do something that made your team or work easier, better? So let's use Andrew, for example. During Q2, you really went above and beyond to enable all doisters in creating this great guide and great guide on how to use Gemini Gems for feedback writing. The second question was, can you recall a specific project? Yes, I've added that. Was there a time that they demonstrated? This was a yes, values. Okay, this was an epic example of our values of both mastery and ambition. Right, let's see what it comes back with. I want to keep it brief. It's a coach, so it's probably going to prompt me more. But let's take a look what happens. Hope my screen is big enough. I mean, I made it a little bit small just to have a specific focus. Right, okay, cool. It's unpacking the situation, the behavior, the impact, and it's asking me, right, what was the impact? It's asking me what was the behavior that this person took. Right, so behavior, let's respond with that. You took complete ownership of writing the prompt, refining it, and shipping this proactively to our guideline, to our handbook, sorry. And this positively impacted and enabled every doer to write better feedback. Whoops. Okay, let's see what it comes back with. I'm hoping it's giving me a more comprehensive version of what I'm trying to say and to use the guideline that we've built to refine my feedback so that it is so well written that I can add it straight to Bob. By the way, we're using Bob right now in our performance review cycle. So there you go. It's giving me situation, behavior, impact. And if you imagine that as a paragraph, Andrew, during the Q2 project, I could be more specific. During Q2 and our squad work, where we worked on performance review cycles, you really helped. You created a guide on using Gemini Gems for feedback. You took complete ownership of the writing, the prompt, refining it, and proactively adding it to our handbook. This has enabled every doer to write better, more structured feedback, which has had a significant positive impact to our entire team. So this is just, such a great example. And then it's asking me, would I like to brainstorm a second one or developmental opportunities? I love that it's prompted me to do that. And so obviously our prompt worked. But sharing this, hope it's helpful. Hope you can build this in your own environments and teams. It's so easy to set up. It's also a great way in a lean people team to actually help coach more people around you with the information that you built and created. So this is a way to operationalize your values as well as your philosophy on a specific topic, right? Your company philosophy on feedback or performance review or performance as a topic, and fed that. So it's not AI telling you what to do, it's AI being very well prompted to write and help soundboard a really good piece of feedback. I hope this is helpful, and I hope to see more of this and these ideas. If you've used Gemini Gem, please tell me what you used it for. I'd love to hear more examples, and I'd love to implement more gems and showcase them publicly and open sourcing them. Bye.